Nintendo DS 3DS collection. Okay, let's get ready to take a look. I've got a massive drawer here of my games that my husband and I have collected. We've got Final Fantasy, the 4 Heroes of Light, which looks amazing and I've yet to play. Let's see, we'll go through each one. Got to pull this drawer down here. We have Final Fantasy 12, Revenant Wings, which continues the Final Fantasy 12 console game. Okay, let's see. I need to really organize this. It's been a while. Then we go through, we have lots of Dragon Quests. Here we have Dragon Quest 9, Sentinels of the Starry Skies. Dragon Quest 6, Realms of Revelation. Ooh, Dragon Quest 4, Chapters of the Chosen. All in their cases. I love the Dragon Quest. We even have Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime. Oh, and you actually play as the little slime. That's pretty cute. Let's see. Oh, yes. One of my favorites coming up. Dragon Quest V. Now, I started this game. Didn't beat it yet, but I ended up marrying the sister of the princess who has black hair. And I can't remember her name, but she is actually kind of the bratty, snotty princess, and I chose her. So, there's that. Let's see if we have any others in this collection here. Yep, here we go. Dragon Quest 8, Journey of the Cursed King. I think this was a remake because it was on other consoles as well. But yes, this one I played bits and pieces on the other consoles. I think it was like PlayStation 2 or 3. Okay, what else? Where was it? Oh, here it is. Dragon Quest 7, Fragments of the Forgotten Past. I need to put these in order. Never played this one, but it looks cool. Too bad that the Street Pass functionality probably doesn't work anymore. Okay, let me take these out so I can then put them in order again as they once were. Following along with the Dragon Quests, we have Chrono Trigger. I hear this is one of the best RPGs. Okay. I've got some others that I've bought. Magical Star Sign, which is a cute little game here where you can kind of cast spells with the joystick. Conception 2, where you get to make babies designated by a weird holy church and run around with them. It's actually kind of cool. Did not beat it, but still great. Let's see. I do have some PS Vita games thrown in here as well. But okay, let's see. Valkyrie Profile Covenant. I need to make a video on this. I finally got the guidebook so I can beat some levels. This game does get difficult. Luminous Arc 2. I have number 1. Not sure if I have the case for it, but I do have it. And yes, this does have... Let's see if I can open it with one hand. can't do that. Here we go. Luminous Arc 2. All right. Rondo of Swords, another RPG with multiple endings. You use the joystick to direct your characters. Joystick combat is not my favorite, but it is something. Okay. Seventh Dragon 3 Code VFO, a very underrated game. And a very great RPG with a unique concept. You can also go on little dates and side quests while you kind of explore the past, and there's a lot going on. I can't remember. It's been some time since I played, but I like that you can kind of customize your characters in your party, which is fun. Okay, moving on. Empty case. We have an unopened copy of Radiant Historia, Perfect Chronology. Comes with stickers, a little book, and it's just beautiful. I need to still play this. Will you prevent tragedy from happening again? Maybe. I mean, just look at the art, though. That's beautiful. DS went far. Okay, so that is some of those. Put my Vita games away here because we're not talking about that. Magical Star Sign, Rondo, Luminous Arc 2, random case here. Let's see if I can fit all these in here. Conception, Golden Sun. Oh, yes. Also have Fire Emblem Echoes. Great game. I like how you can run through the dungeons. And it's just really fun. That's, I think, when the amiibos really became a part of the Fire Emblem series. Of course, classic Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. Always fun to go back to the classics. My favorite's Awakening. And where is that? Here it is. Fire Emblem Awakening. Love this game. Played it multiple times. Great story. Great concept. You see here, I believe her name is Elise, and Crom are, you know, looking at the MC, which is what Fire Emblem Engage does kind of in the beginning of their game. So you see a lot of that kind of paying a homage to the classic games. Then we go back here. Let me put these Dragon Quests back in. We have 4, 7, 8. Hang on, let's put these in order first and we'll move on. 5, 6. Brain's not working today. And 5. Okay, so these are going to be put back in order. Okay. Oh, here we go. Put 9 over there. And Rocket Slime can go also there. Okay. As you can see, these are my babies. I keep these safe. Eventually, they'll be moved out of my daughter's actual nursery room here, but yeah. Okay. Final Fantasy Tactics A2 Grimoire of the Rift. Another great one I have yet to play. Oh, and then we have the Castlevanias. My husband loves these. Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, where you play as a girl for, I think it's like the first time. Then we have Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, where you play as Jonathan Morris. Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, where you play as, I think it's like a descendant of Alucard? I'm not sure. A year has passed since Soma Cruz discovered the evil of Dracula hidden in his body. So it's when you get a more modern look at the Castlevania games. I also have some of the other non-canon kind of, I think they're Shadows games. I have one of those for DS, but that's put away in a case or in my actual console case or something. We have Advance Wars, Days of Ruin. I mean, the animation looks good, but I'm not big on those. We also have Advance Wars, Dual Strike, which I know they have an Advance Wars game for the Switch as well. And it really does look like the same kind of cartoony tank look. Okay, another kind of Dragon Quest style game, Blue Shadow Awakened Dragon. I know I played this with, I think it was on GameCube. There was a Blue Dragon game, or PlayStation. But this one's cool. Create your own hero and customize their appearance. Nice. I'm going to put that over here with the Dragon Quest. Because, you know, Akira Toriyama art. Gotta put them together. We've got Metroid Samus Returns Special Edition. Okay, we've also got Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call with a CD. Can't beat that. Oh, yes, I was probably looking at the Landgresser art book here because, you know, I like the art of the characters. The game itself, I'm talking about here, Landgresser R, Reincarnation Tensei, it's not great. In fact, combat can be incredibly dull and boring, especially like when you have like so many units on your side. There is like a brief system where you can kind of date characters, but it's nothing grand. It's really not. I mean, if you're gonna get a Landgresser game, get 1 and 2 on Switch. I mean, I've even tried the mobile game, and that game is hard. I can't get far on that. So I quit that one. But this one, Landgresser R, I did beat once. Not a horrible game, but not a great one. I would give it like a 5 out of 10. So let's put that case back in there. Put this little guidebook in here. And you can see, like, you know, it's got different characters. We have Tsubame, Hilda. I don't remember a lot of these. The game went by pretty fast. Like, it was a short game. But, yeah. You do see... Where did this come from? If it's not fitting in here, it must have had a box. I'll have to figure that out. I'm not going to smash it in there. But anyway, moving on. I'll take that out of that space and move some of these up, because I don't smash things in. That's not how I roll. Okay. Moving on to some of my favorites. I have a huge Harvest Moon collection. I love Harvest Moon games. Doesn't mean I've beat many of them. Same with Rune Factory. I have Rune Factory 1, 2, 3, and did 4 come out on the DS? I can't remember. I've got those and the ones on the Switch. So big fan. Game completion, not so good at. So let's check this out. Okay. Harvest Moon DS. Harvest Moon Island of Happiness. I've heard the island ones are pretty good. Harvest Moon Sunshine Islands. I do have Tale of Two Towns. Harvest Moon Trio of Towns. Harvest Moon 3D A New Beginning. Then I've got Hometown Story, which is also by Natsume. It's definitely not as good as your Harvest Moons, but it's kind of cool because you run a little shop. So that's a cute one. Let's see. Then we're getting into some more Final Fantasy Explorers. I played this for a bit with my husband, and it was fun co-op. It was a very fun co-op experience. Okay, this is also, I believe, on Switch now, The Legend of Legacy, which the art style is very cool. It reminds me of Romancing Saga. Not that I love that game series, but interesting. Okay, we talked about that. Puzzles and Dragons. Gotta love those puzzle games. Okay. I do like some Professor Layton games. I have beaten this one. It was a nice mashup between the kind of puzzle and detective mechanics. And it was an interesting story. I liked it a lot. Okay. Here is our Zelda games. A Link Between Worlds. We did have others, but I think we got rid of like Majora's Mask or something. It was the least favorite of my husband's. I eventually think they're all going to get ported over anyway, so what's the big deal about that? Okay, like I said, Rune Factory 3. Yes, classic. I've got some of the classics. I don't have cases for them all, so you're going to hear me talking about some that I don't show, but they're there. Ooh, some of my other favorites. These are often hated by people. Fire Emblem Fates Birthright and Fire Emblem Fates Conquest. This is somewhat of a confusing Fire Emblem series where there's a lot going on, and every time I play them I end up still confused, and I have to replay because I end up then forgetting what the revelation was, and I have to look it up. And there's actually a DLC called Fire Emblem Fates Revelation, which clears some things up. But this franchise, amazing character designs, but very weird story. Final Fantasy, this is when they began really liking the, not Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem began liking when they kill off the mother's kind of trope. Okay, and of course we've got to have a Tales game, so Tales of the Abyss. I like Tales games, but man, sometimes the combat, it's just not my thing. Especially when I the Tales combat and the combat in Romancing Saga, the newer games, I just don't like. Maybe the new one they're making will be an improvement, I don't know. Okay, and I also have Pokemon. Don't have a ton of DS Pokemon games, but I wanted this one because it has this girl, and I watched the show and liked it. So far those are like the parts of my DS collection that have cases. Now I do have other games like Suikoden, what is it, T-Kiersis or whatever, Suikoden. I have that game, which I've been playing with it has horrible voice acting, but it's still a good game. Okay, hang on. Let's see here if I can fix this from collapsing everywhere. Oh, goodness. Okay. Definitely need to organize the system here. Okay. Shove all these so I can put the rest of the games in. I'll put this back where it came from here. And... oh, good. I have a nice space, sort of, for that. Okay. Here. There's some more in here. And I have more and more and more. But this is... I'm just going to do this. Finish up here. There's the Blue Dragon. I've got Overlord Minions. The Final Fantasy Echoes of Time. Chocobo Tales. Okay, here's the Castlevania one. Let's see what that even says. I can barely read it. Lords of Shadow. Yes, I did play this. I got stuck on like a wolf boss. Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker. Need to actually play that. Yokai Watch. Gotta have something kind of like Pokemon, but not. 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. There's the Rune Factory, the Metroid, Dragon Quest Monsters 1 and 2, and of course, Lunar Dragon Song. So that's just a bit of my collection. I hope you enjoyed watching or will enjoy watching this live recording. It's kind of practice for tomorrow, where I'm going to be on live with my husband, and we're going to be talking about some of our favorite games that we played. Okay, thank you and have a great day.